we're going to use that, our brand positioning promise and commitment, to find those who align the most with who we are as a person and the solutions we provide and everything that we are that makes us an asset. All right. And we're also going to use the same brand positioning clarity to figure out how to qualify and nurture our leads in the DMs. All right. So the purpose, the goal of having this session today is so that we're able to communicate in the shortest time possible exactly how we are a solution to our potential clients. Most of the time we get so verbose, like we get lost in the jargon. Like there's so much drama. Last time when we had this live session on last week on Thursday, Friday, I was sharing how starting out, I would like tell people, you know, I help clients get, I don't know what leads on LinkedIn, like all these big words that would lose the meaning for my clients. Like if a potential client went onto my profile or even listened to what I was saying, they're like, okay, so where do I fit in to that whole thing that you've talked about? You know, we get so verbose and lose the attention of our clients. So today is about simplifying and communicating in the shortest time possible. It's about removing confusion. It's about getting rid of noise and helping potential clients see the value we add to their lives. And positioning, you think of Akina like Nike, you know, like big brands. You don't think of yourself as a brand, but in reality you are. Everyone is a brand. Whether you decide to call yourself a brand or not, you're a brand just the way you are without even doing anything. Think about the reputation that you have amongst your friends, for instance. There's something they associate you, like if somebody mentions your name, there's something that pops into people's mind, you know, about you. There's something they associate you with. That's your brand. Same for your family. There's something, you know, people know you for, like a differentiator in the family. For instance, in my family, my sister's like the quiet one. You never know so much about what she's doing. And when she strays from that, Kilamtu, everyone is like, hey, what's happening? You know, because that's off brand for her, you know. The same applies for your colleagues at work. There's something they associate with. That's your brand. Whether you decide to add anything on, panel beats, put a shine on it, you have a brand already. You are a brand just the way you are. But the moment you decide to be intentional, with your brand, with how people perceive you, how they see you, how they receive you, that's when you start worrying about positioning. Okay, and today we're talking about brand positioning. It's being intentional about how people see you. It's about positioning yourself in a way that is helpful and valuable to people around you and to yourself. As an entrepreneur, this is something that you're always going to be worrying about. Do your potential clients see you as a valuable asset? How do I raise the bar? What do I do more of? Am I being extra? You know, you ask yourself these questions. So tell me, let me know in the comments. Let me see in the comments if this is maybe something you've ever thought about. Me, I know I worry about this all the time. Are my colors bright? If this is too much? I know before I decided to start talking about Africa, I was so worried about maybe it will affect how if I get, you know, clients from outside Africa. And I worried about my messaging. Like, should I not do it? You know, should I just not do it? You worry about such stuff. But when you fail to be intentional about your brand, you get stuck in this egocentric space. And I call it an egocentric brand, where everything is centered around. It's not really so much about the client or the solutions that you offer or how helpful you can be or how valuable. It's about just you know, how magnificent you are, your achievements, you know, how freaking good you are. And in the eyes of somebody who's watching, they might relate, they might admire you, you know, they might admire you, they'll see you as an inspiration. That's why you get, that's in this space, you get a lot of engagement on your post, because you know, people relate, they feel good around you, you know. But what misses is that they don't see you at that point as the person to take them from point A to point B. You know, you're the star in the show. Your potential clients don't see themselves in your content. They don't see themselves. They might say, I want to be there someday, but they don't see you as that person who's getting them from where they are to where they want to be. All right, does that make sense? Let me know if it makes sense, or if I've lost you. Yeah. So, oh, I failed to even introduce myself. So my name is Namatase. In case you haven't met, I'm a LinkedIn business strategist. I basically help entrepreneurs get clients on LinkedIn and do it consistently. So in the last 1 year, I've been offering done for you services, content creation, lead generation, nurturing services, for coaches, mostly service providers, really, coaches, virtual assistants, consultants. And through my work with these clients, I've been able to get this like 360 view, because I had to plug into a much wider marketing strategy. You know, as a LinkedIn strategist, you'd find somebody who's doing email, they're doing Instagram, they're doing FB, community, a lot of things. So where I plug in, I had the advantage of being able to see that, to have that bad eye view of what marketing is at a larger scale entails, and what is required of every person to be able to transform LinkedIn into a reliable client acquisition machine. All right. So in this way, I helped my first client. She was pro bono. We used to chat, but she got her first contract with just under 300 connections on LinkedIn. So I know it's possible. You don't need to be like 5,000 followers, connections for you to get clients on LinkedIn. She got them with under 300. Another of my clients was able to create an 11K launch as a first-time coach. So that was amazing. We helped out with one of my team members. And basically, this is what I love helping my clients achieve, you know, against the odds, you know, because LinkedIn is very pitted against small accounts. The visibility, you'll see how it works on LinkedIn. If you're in the challenge, you're gonna see. So today, I want to answer about powerful brand positioning. So let's get into it. A powerful personal brand, a brand that is powerfully positioned, answers 2 questions for your clients, just 2. When a person comes into your profile or to your content, all they want to see is, does he or she understand me? If your brand can make them feel seen, heard, and understood, like you get them, you're in a good place. Salespeople do this all the time. They confirm, they affirm their clients. Like if you get on a call and somebody says, oh, you know, I don't think this is for me, they tell you, maybe. Or they say, I agree, or something like that. You know, salespeople do that all the time. And what this affirming means is that people feel seen. You're not like in competition with them, like beating them and slapping them into submission and into buying from you. They feel seen, heard, and understood. That's it. If you can do that for your clients, you're in a good place. Number 2, they want to know if you're competent to solve their problem. They are looking for an authority, not a peer. Somebody who can guide them, the person to move them from where they are to where they want to be. And we've talked about being in competition with your audience, where they see you as a peer, they see you as somebody to admire, but not really as a person, as that person to guide you. So you'll find a lot of people at this point, you get on strategy calls with people, they consume your free stuff, they download your free lead magnets, they come to you, get on calls with you, they ask you a ton of questions, only for them to take that money elsewhere and pay somebody else with the guidance that you've given them. And then you feel like, like somebody conned you, cheated you, used you, because I was giving you all this value so that you buy, not for you to go away, you know, and buy elsewhere. Let me know if you've ever been in such a situation where you're just giving, and you're not getting as much as you expected. Let me know in the comments. So personally, me, I've been there. The time I used to get on strategy calls with people, I'd guide them on how to do their LinkedIn, and oh my god, it was hell. Like I'd get my calendar would be booked out, and then I would get on a call and I'd tell them everything they need to do on LinkedIn, only for them to go and just execute alone, or I don't know what. It used to make me feel so used. So let me know if you've ever been in that space. Otherwise, I want us to do a little exercise to kind of get us in the space where you're not thinking about, to move from the egocentric space and into the solution provider space, the valuable space where people can now come and pay you whatever you set as a price, you know, for your services. I want us to write this in the comments if you agree, of course. It's a commitment, and I do this to just like put myself in the right space. From today, I, Namatasi, commit to being a solution to my clients. That's it. Just being a solution. That's it. It's such a free space to be in. You're not in competition. You just know you're here to be a solution to somebody. You're here to be helpful to somebody, regardless of what you're doing or offering. Whatever you're offering is valuable. It has a price tag on it, and it's a solution that somebody badly needs. This is what you're committing to today. From today, I, Namatasi, commit to being a solution to my clients. Drop that in the chat. Let me see those commitment statements as we move forward and on to our 4 steps to powerful brand positioning. I want myself to share my screen at this point so that you guys can see. Naomi says she's been there where that place where you get used. I get that. And Sandra says, for me, it would be the reverse. I followed so many LinkedIn gurus on YouTube and in the blogging space, but it didn't feel like they are tips I could apply to me in the African content. They were all white. That's why I chose you instead. Thank you. I get that. Like this year was the first time I invested in a coach, and I did because she was from Africa. She's doing it big, and she's in Cameroon, I think. And in just like 2-3 years, she's created a 6-figure business. Like she's making 100K USD in Cameroon. Like 2 years ago, she was like a single mom on the streets, struggling to feed her baby. I connected with that, and I after money. She was charging 3,500 USD. You do not want to know what I did to get that money, but I paid because I was like, if she can do it from here in Africa, and right now I saw she's charging for one-to-one mentoring, she's charging 7,777 USD. per month, and it's like a 1-year commitment. So when she gets one client, she just knows 7777 coming into my account every month. And sasa kazi yake tu ni kutafuta the next client who pays the same, the next. Yes, I paid so fast. I wanted to know, like, what are you doing different, you know? What are you doing different? Because I saw her picture in a madhouse in Cameroon. Then all of a sudden she's like, it's so inspiring. So I get you, Sandra, wanting to find somebody who looks like you, who sounds like you, who has similar, you know, problems, challenges, and doing it. So I hope this works for you. If you put in the work, I know it will, you know. Yes, I'm seeing this commitment statements from Sonny. Sonny says, so help me God. Imagine if you put in, it feels good. Tell me if it feels different if you read that statement that you've written. From today, I, Sandra, commit to being a solution to my. It's not about you. It's not about like all the experience you have, all the achievements. It's just about being a solution to somebody. It feels so good, let me tell you. I'm seeing another me. Oh my God, yes. So let me share my screen with you so that it becomes easy for, is it here? Yes. Oh, this happened last time. Let me see. Okay, hapa. Let me know if kama nimewa block. I think that's much better. So 4 steps to creating a powerfully positioned brand. 4 steps. Step 1, you ask yourself, what's your client's ultimate problem? Even if you have like a number of services you offer, and I'm talking about virtual assistants especially, you have like, even me, I was offering lead generation, lead nurturing, content creation. I was writing blog articles. And sometimes I'd like want to explain each, you know, I'd be tempted to explain each, how it benefits a client. But ultimately, I was solving just one problem for my clients. I was helping them get clients, you know? So ultimately, what's your client's problem? Answer that. Like out of the many things that you're offering, answer that. If you cannot do that, if you find that your solutions are addressing different needs for your clients, you have to decide what's going to be the core positioning for your brand. And then everything else is going to feed into what makes you, you know, you have to choose what's going to be the main message that you're pushing, clients that you want to focus on, people who can bring, who have the highest potential of paying you. And you have to think in terms of yourself as the solution, all right? Your education, your skills, your experience, what else? Everything that you can consider that makes you, there's a merging where all these things make you an asset. You have to decide on that, because that gives you better leverage. You know, if there's a solution, there's one solution you can offer from all these things that you do, that you have, that you possess, then focus on that, because you have so much to leverage. You have so many things to help your clients with. You have to decide what's going to be your core. I'm not saying that now you drop everything else. If you're like Sandra says she's going to get bored if she focuses on one thing. So she chooses to offer a variety of services just because that's who she is, and it's good that she knows herself. But what you have to decide is what's going to be the core that is going to earn you money, earn you big checks, and give you fat contracts. And everything else is going to just like sort of add meat to who you are, you know. So you have to choose at this point. So think about that. What's your client's ultimate problem? All right. And you can see mine is my clients just simply wants to get clients on LinkedIn. Simple. Like the moment I answered that, I huhiad. Do you know what that means? Like kupumua, like breathing easy. I'm like, finally, you know. And Shamalin, who's my personal branding coach, used to tell me, this is it. This is what you do. But I was like, no, but what about my African clients? And what about my like I complicated the whole thing to a point where it staggered my progress. There are times when I couldn't write content. I was held captive. I was like, so what do I write about? It felt like I was addressing two different crowds. But right now, through brand positioning, whoever you are, in Africa, in Europe, wherever, through brand positioning, you get clients, which makes my work a lot easier. Like whoever you are, this is the message for you, you know. So think of that. Think of that as we move to our next step. What's standing in their way of achieving what they want, the ultimate goal? Okay. What's standing in their way to achieving step one that you've written down? And you're going to divide this into 3, because we face challenges at different levels. I'm going to give you my examples. For instance, there is the most obvious problem that they're facing that's stopping them from achieving. So the most obvious for me that is stopping my clients from getting clients on LinkedIn is they simply do not know how to leverage LinkedIn. All right, either because they are new to LinkedIn, or either because they've never had to use it for business before. Okay, so the details, the 1, 2, 3, the step 1, 2, 3, they don't have that. They don't know how to leverage LinkedIn. That's the most obvious. So when I meet, even with when I get on strategy calls, they'll tell me, I just do not know where to even start with LinkedIn. You know, it's the obvious challenge, the most surface thing that comes up for your clients. That is our first problem, the challenge, what's standing in their way. Number 2, the deeper challenge, the little bit like let's dig deeper into, you know, for my clients, because they don't know how to leverage LinkedIn, what they end up doing is copy pasting other people's strategies. They start trial and erroring. They see this works for this person, let me try it. This type of content works for Nani, let me try it. You know, this positioning myself this way works, let me try it. They're not doing it based on who they are, the solutions they bring to the table, who they are targeting. You know, it's not customized to their business and to suit their needs, because at the end of the day, we are all individuals. There are people who do not want at all to show their faces on video. So my question, my work at this point is to decide and to figure out how they can leverage LinkedIn without having doing videos, or how they can leverage videos without showing their face, if video is what is selling on LinkedIn. Are you getting me? So it's not customized. So what they do is copy paste. That's a problem for my clients. It's a challenge. That is something that's standing in their way of getting clients on LinkedIn, because they trial and error and they fail. It's not working for them. It's not for them, this strategy. So think of that. I'd like to see how one leads into the other. So for my clients, it's because they don't know how to leverage LinkedIn, which is the surface problem. They now face this other challenge, all right, where they're forced to copy paste. They are forced to copy paste other people's strategies. They trial and error to see if it works for them. That's a challenge. See how one leads into the other. Okay. The other part, you want to think about part 3, about the challenges they're facing It's the feelings that come up. The feelings that come up. The feelings that come up. So for my clients, when they start copy pasting and trial and erroring, they start feeling frustrated. Maybe this LinkedIn isn't for me, it's for certain kinds of people, you know? I'm here, I've been posting content, I've been reaching out to people, I've been on LinkedIn for 1 year, nothing is coming through. I'm wasting time, I've paid a VA, I'm wasting money. I'm here like spending an hour, 2 hours on LinkedIn each day trying to like get ahead and nothing. I'm wasting my energy. I'd rather just not do it, you know. So think of these problems in these ways. Most of the time, your premium clients aligns with the feelings. They align with the feelings. When you have these three challenges, you're targeting people at different levels of their journeys. Your premium clients, the people who pay money, not negotiating with you because they are at a point where they understand the value, they know the value you bring. Feelings. Think of a brand like Lamborghini, for instance. They don't sell their brand like their cars for people who need a car, you know. Like Namatasi, you think I'd wake up right now, I don't have a car, I'm going to shop for a Lambo because I need a car. No, they target people who want to feel a certain way with this Lambo. You know, it's about stature, it's about power, it's about feeling like one of a kind, like you're special. Feelings upon your premium clients. That's why premium clients lie. They understand they've aligned. You don't need to explain yourself at this point. You don't. They just need to know you're the person to deliver. They'll pay, because at this point they need a solution. They need. Okay, so at my most surface level, when I'm talking about the most obvious challenge my clients get, I attract all kinds of everyone who wants to be maybe thrive and let me see what is LinkedIn, what it's about. And I know some of you are here because of that. Like you're like, let me try this LinkedIn. I see people talking about, let me just try it. You haven't figured out how yourself you're going to be valuable to these persons you're going to be targeting on LinkedIn. You're just like, let me try, you know, let me try. But the deeper you go, you find more, what's the word? Give me the words. You find more, oh my God, what? Committed. Oh yes, you find people who are more committed, okay, to the cause, to you, and that's people who will pay. We're in step 2. Let's go to step 3. Oh my God, it's 7:40, and I promise we won't be here by 7:40. Okay, so let's go to step 3. Step 3 is about the philosophical aspect of it, like your belief. This is what attracts your tribe. People who are diehard fans, people who believe in you, the cause. My belief is that LinkedIn isn't for the big accounts only. That's my belief. And if you know, if you've been on LinkedIn, you'll know. If you have a huge following, you have such a huge advantage. You just create content, a couple of people react to it, quick, you've gone viral. Huge accounts have it easy. That's why I tell people on LinkedIn, like, you just have to put in the effort while you're starting out. As you grow, LinkedIn will just work for you. All right, LinkedIn will just work for you. That's why I tell people, it's not about if you get your clients on LinkedIn, it's about when. Because you put in the effort, it's going to come through for you. So my belief is that if you're starting out, you can get clients on LinkedIn if you just know what to take advantage of, how to manage your time, what to do, you know, in this time that you've set aside. What are you fighting for and against? So I get people who will tell me, I've been using LinkedIn for 1 year, and I feel like it's not for me because I see other people coming and bypass me along the way. People already are getting like big checks, and I'm not. What am I doing wrong? I feel like LinkedIn is not for me. So this is me telling them and affirming that LinkedIn is for you. This is what I'm fighting for and against. This also works for my content that is African. You know, it works that into account, because what I believe in is Africans have a space on the global stage, and it's not for you to charge $5 an hour, even $10 an hour. You are an expert. You're providing a solution to a problem that is really ailing somebody, that is costing somebody money, it's costing somebody time, it's costing them sleep, it's costing them relationships, it's costing them, and it's about you to find out what's costing your clients so that you position yourself in a way where you're not charging $5 an hour. That's my mission, that I get Africans out there charging higher than market prices, higher than global market prices when they're looking for their clients. All right, so we're not going to hurumia, oh, I'm African, or I'm Kenyan, I'm just starting out, I just want, no. You figure out how you come into your client's life, how you plug into your client's life, and how you become a valuable solution. That's it. I keep telling people, my first client that I became a VA for, I was charging $25 an hour. And I told her, you're the first person I'm working with as a VA. I haven't been a VA before. And they paid. They didn't tell me, because you're travel and they're on my account. No, because you know why? Because I communicated why I was gonna help them, how I was gonna help them, and what makes me understand LinkedIn. You know, I was able to communicate. If you're able to communicate without even experience, I didn't have any experience. At that point, I'd been getting in Facebook groups and talking about LinkedIn and guiding people. I had these 1 hour sessions, and I got a few people get contracts from LinkedIn, and I used those testimonials. I told her, I've been training people. I'm not like a legit coach. I'm just like training people. I just know my way around LinkedIn. I've been studying, and I worked in marketing. So like I've incorporated a bit of this, a bit of that. And so let me see how I can help you. And I communicated, and she was like, okay, let me pay. She paid, and we didn't even, I was like, I was shocked, silent. But she made me believe in myself so much more, you know? Step 4, why you? Why you? At this point, once you've answered questions 1, 2, 3, your clients know, you understand their problem, you know, you understand their problem. But when you answer question 4, you want them to answer why they should pay you and not somebody else who's offering a similar solution. Why you? And that's here you answer like the questions like, do you get them? So this is where you talk about maybe personally, at a personal level, being in such a place and overcoming, or helping others get from where your client is currently in to where they want to be. Like, you've done that. So do you get them? Can you communicate that in your content on your LinkedIn profile? Can you communicate? If you can, good. Do you get their problems? You communicated that. What makes you capable? What makes you the expert? What makes you the guru? This is when you start pulling the big guns, the testimonials, the statistics of helps, like 2 out of 3 of my clients get this and this and done, you know? If you've worked with big brands, you throw it in there. Like in 1 year, not in 1 year, 6 months into starting to build my brand on LinkedIn, I was invited to be on the panel. the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion panel for Our Brains magazine. And that's like a big brand because they have presence in so many countries and it's international. So that gives you, you pull the big guns out. You will notice it's only 1 out of 4 steps where you're talking about yourself. Have you noticed that? Step 1, 2, 3, it's about being a solution to your clients. Step 4 is about why you. We have moved from an egocentric brand to a brand that is centered on our clients. It's centered on being a solution. This is where the big contracts lie. I'm not kidding you. And this is where we're going to now use all this and transfer to our messaging and see when you start reaching out to clients, how that works out. All right. So if you've been taking screenshots, but I'll send this to you. Don't worry about that. I already talked about this, how it makes us Nini. I want you now take a screenshot of this because this is how you'll be comparing. This is how you create your brand's commitment. So this is basically what we've talked about, the 4 steps: your client's challenges, the surface problems, the deeper problem, feeling the box because of these problems. What are you fighting for or fighting against, right? When you're writing your brand's commitment, it's how you're a solution to this obvious problem they're having. So Namatasi, for my clients, my client's surface problem was they can't get clients on LinkedIn. So my solution is that I can help them get clients on LinkedIn. That's the answer to the obvious problem. The deeper problem was that they were copy-pasting strategies, other people's strategies. So I commit to learn about them and create a customized plan that's suitable for them as a person, as an individual, and suitable for their clients. All right. So here, that is my solution. That's my commitment. Feelings I worked because of this problem, the frustration and feeling like LinkedIn is not for them, like they're wasting money. So here, how I address that, I address the feelings. So I help them stop wasting time, because in like under for my 3-month program, you get clients under 3 months, and you won't be wasting time. You only commit an hour of your time on LinkedIn for starters as you're starting out. So they have a plan. They have a customized plan. They won't be wasting time. They know exactly what they're going to be doing in this 1 hour. And it's a promise that in 3 months, in 90 days, you'll have gotten something, I've addressed their feelings. So they stop feeling afraid of jumping and committing to me. And we talked about what I'm fighting for. A LinkedIn that is valuable for everyone, a LinkedIn that is profitable for you, whether you're a small account, a big account, or whatever. So I want you to juxtapose the two. Evie, let me send it to the chat. Let me send it. So when I download this thing here, I can send it. Okay, from my computer. You'll tell me if you're able to download. Okay. From my PC. Downloads. Is it this one? I can't see it. I'll send it later in the group chat. Okay. So you can juxtapose the two, and then you can share the two. You can share your clients' challenges and share your clients' your solution to their problems. All right. And then tomorrow, we're going to take all this and transfer that to your profile to create a profitable profile that communicates exactly how valuable you are to your clients. Now, ebu niambieni kama get points. Have you gotten a point? Ama you've potered, or if you have a question, because I'm done presenting. That's how you create your brand's position. Simple. Let me know if it's simple or if it's difficult in the comments. Now remember says, I know what Sandra is talking about. I subscribe to so many newsletters from bloggers, but their solutions aren't exactly for Africans. Yeah, I know that. I think sometimes we just look for evidence, because imagine what we're going to be doing is exactly what others are doing globally. You're not going to do it any different because you're in Africa. You just need to know how to learn how to work around the challenges. Okay. For instance, for me, when my internet was horrible, it's lucky after it behaved this well. When my internet is bad, I just do a video. I record the video and then put it up and post it. Sometimes it takes even a day or two to upload to my Facebook group because it's that bad, you know. But you need to know how to work around your challenges. If you can't go live, what can you do? You know, if creating content every day, after you have content in your mind, and then when you're about to go and post it, you don't have electricity, what do? So what I've learned to do is create my content on Google Drive, just have them there. And when I have the time, I use a scheduler. Nazieka hapo, and then I schedule time so the next week's content zinapostiwa. All right. And sometimes if I feel like posting something different, I just go to the scheduler. I schedule that content for another day and then post whatever I wanted to post for that day. Aya. How can I tell what my clients' problems are? I have a set of skills, but I have problems finding the right clients to connect to. Who should I target? Higher. Let me pick question number one. How can I tell what my clients' problems are? Okay, Sandra, you offer content creation, right? You write articles. You do graphic design. You also write academic content, right? And that's why I said you have to choose which one has the most potential based on the skill sets that you have. For this, maybe drop in the comments like it's going to take so long, right? I'm going to use you as an example in the group for later so that we can free people today. But the education you've had, the skills that you have, the experience that you have so far, there's a way they become a solution to your clients. I don't know, I don't know your experience. I don't know what skills you have. Maybe list them down. What skills you have. Write down all the skills that you feel are valuable right now. All the skills that you have, everything. Write down your education, what you've learned in school, certificates, whatever, degrees, what you've also self-taught. You know, if you get on master classes, what you've learned. Write them all down. Write what comes naturally to you. I remember last night I was asking you what comes naturally to you, what people compliment you on, you know, what you can do without sweating. What you can do without sweating, like you don't have to prepare, you just come and you're ready. Write them down and then see which of these are assets to your academic clients, which of these are an asset to your article writing clients, which of these are an asset to your graphic. But graphics and article writing, so they go hand in hand, you know, because you have to create these graphics, these good graphics to accompany content for blogs and newsletters. Yeah, so these two you can combine. So it's really about academic and content because I think the needs for the two clients are different. All right. So think which of these clients you benefit the most. You, as someone who's committed to be a solution, who do you serve the most between these two? All right. When you answer that, then you start thinking about what problems they have. What's the most obvious problem they have? Start there. See who you'd benefit the most and then move backwards. Okay. I hope I've answered. Let me know if I've answered. Okay, I have Homa, you guys. Finding the right clients. I have a set of skills, but I have problems finding the right clients to connect to. Because you are working backwards, you know, you're thinking, how many services can I offer and how many people can I target? Instead of focusing on you as an asset, as a solution, how, like, you know, you're working from inside going out. Somebody say amen if you get what I'm saying. But I have a problem. Now, when you work like that from the inside coming out, you're aligning. We could talk about alignment. You're aligning with clients who would benefit the most. So it's not about finding clients and then fitting yourself to them. It's about from where you are, who aligns to you. All right? As a person who's committed to being a solution. All right? So, okay, if you answer that, you'll know who should I target. All right? You'll know who you can be able to serve and be a solution to. All right? Olive says, oh, Nama, I get your point. My profile is so mixed up, I need to redo it. Exactly. So when you do this, I mean, you already have something in mind on how, you know, how you can do the present your solution. You know, it's making it easy. You just focus on one thing and you're just focusing on one thing as opposed to the various solutions that you have, right? Euphemia says, I know it's doable. It's just that I didn't know most of the info you've shared today. Thanks a lot. Oh, thank you so much. So Olive Mangi says, I target the B2B market, but I also wonder what content to put across. So B2B. Same for B2B. You're thinking of how this company, what they want. Okay. Oh, my internet. You're thinking about what they want to achieve as a company, related to whatever solution that you offer, right? So for my LinkedIn services, what do my clients really ultimately want, you know? All right. So this is for, you start here. If you do not have like Sandra's problem inatoka mbali. Ikikuja before she even asks about what her clients want, she needs to figure out how she's an asset first. But for you, since you know what services you offer, what services do you offer, Olive? You now find what your B2B business wants, this company, what they want. All right. And you know how you've positioned your brand with what you're fighting for and whatever. I keep saying, even for B2B businesses, the decision makers are human. There's somebody who'll sit at a table, and because they saw your content, they're going to recommend you as the solution provider. For B2B businesses, it's not like the company has a brain of its own and it decides. It's people who decide. So at the end of the day, even for B2B, you've got to target key people in the company who you can chat with and enter and give you an into whatever. So whoever you're targeting has to be somebody who aligns with your content, because this is somebody who's going to put in the good word for you. So she said, let me just stop rambling and just read what I target the B2B market, but I also wonder what content to put across. Okay, so I think I've answered. Your company also has something they want. They're not on the internet just for the hell of it. You know, they have a problem they need to solve. I know where maybe the questions would be for the feelings, you know. So maybe our processor will have to explore, you know, so me and you will need to talk and see how we can just, two brains are better than one. Let's think about it together. All right. Okay. Alice Edge says, do market research to find out what your clients want. Yeah, something as simple as that. Once you write down how you figure you're an asset, and then once you decide who you're an asset to, now do the research, find out what the most pressing problems are. Sonny said, thank you, Namatasi, for the added knowledge. Now I know what I have been doing wrong and what I haven't been doing. Bless you. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, so we need to post our nini. So we need to post our commitment message. I want to see the commitment messages in the group chat, and then I want to see our commitment statement. I Namatasi commit to be a solution moving forward, and then I want to see your progress as you're working on the most problems, as you're working on the problems and the challenges, and as you're working on the solution. Post in the group so that we can all help each other out, like we've been doing in the chat here. Thank you so much. I'm not seeing any other questions. I will assume you guys are sorted for today. So let's meet tomorrow, same time. Let's do our profiles, get that over with, so we can start focusing on content, which is the best part. All right. So thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you, Naomi Mambo, for moderating for us today. She volunteered. I appreciate you so